Yeah, I sit. All my fucking junky motorcycles.
Come on. Why not?
Uncle Ziggy's pool party.
It's a tough day at the bike shop, folks. Moving 31 Harleys around, this is the life.
So here we are today. We're heading off on our adventure. We're heading out to pick up my biggest flip score, whatever you want to call it, of my life. The biggest deal that I've done so far to date. Probably should have done a bigger one by now, but it just took me a while to get here. But this is how many people it takes today. I'm trying not to elude. We got Wayno and his son Wyatt here. We got Boomer here. We got Noah, Joe's son. We got Josh, who's mad that didn't know it was bring your kid to work day. Pissed about that. And then we got Zeke. Well, that's Garrick. We got Zeke. And we got Garrick here. And then I brought my mom, Sandy. So she brought her kid to work.
Big money still looks good.
Squirrel! So we're getting ready to embark on our day. I want to try to work at least till 8 o'clock because I got a meeting at 9. So we're going to give it hell, but you'll see how many trucks and trailers this endeavor takes. And this, I'm thinking it's going to take 2 to 3 trips, so we'll see what happens. So here's the story. What it was is I met a gentleman at a swap meet down in Waseon, Ohio, and he said he had a couple motorcycle parts and he had some Harleys for sale. So long story short, we bought the semi-trailer, and it's full of Harley parts, but we're going to fill it floor to ceiling. And then he also had 31 Harleys he wanted to sell. So we bought the whole lot. I was talking to my consultant, and I like to call her the enabler. Sandy says, why not? I mean, she goes, just why not? And I'm like, because it's a lot of work and a lot. So I got, like I said, everybody here, and I got the gang, but come on in. You'll get to see it for the first time. There's my lovely wife. She's filming too. We're trying to make a nice video for you guys, but here's what we're looking at. So up on the top shelves were bikes, because what the gentleman did, and you'll see later in the video what he did for a living on the top one, and then down on the bottom is all the ones that rode in here. He might have pilferaged a part off of them. Clearly the charred one didn't ride in, but there's a panhead up there. There's a foot clutch, hand shift chopper over there. We bought a couple of hot rod motors. There was a Carl Speed Shop. You know, it's probably not the biggest motor nowadays, but I bought it because I thought it was real interesting, because I used to see Carl Speed Shop in Florida when we go to Daytona. There's a beautiful 76 Harley over there, a beautiful 80 Harley, plus all these parts, plus the semi. And just for an FYI, we've already took a trailer full of parts and stuff home. We ended up getting, I don't know how many motors and transmission, plus who knows what we're going to find up here when we unearth it. So stick around. We're going to get it all outside, and we're going to have a nice interview and just ask the guy, how in the hell did you get all this stuff? And thank God he's got a high-low. Hey guys, how you doing? Well, we just got here to an undisclosed location, and we've come up and found our deal, and we met Mike. Mike, how you doing?
Doing good.
Good. We just got, me and him made a deal, and we bought 31 Harleys and a semi-trailer full of parts. We just got these 12 out of his barn and got them moved out here, and everything's looking good. We still have the rafters full of bikes. We have to get all them bikes down. It's funny to me there's no lights in the barn. That's what's funny, that you got no lights. We got to get you some lights out here.
I didn't want my prizes to burn down.
Is that what it was?
That's my reason. I didn't want any lights.
No electrical?
Nope.
Wow, that's cool. So what made you collect this many motorcycles?
Just wanting to have a dream for when I retired. Uh, Wanted to restore them all and realized I couldn't live to be that old.
Well, I understand with these ones because these are the bikes that were on the bottom that he said that he rode them in here and parked them. And there's a couple that were his, daily riders or summer riders. And then all the other ones are in different various stages. But what's really neat about it is, you guys know I'm always buying and flipping and selling. And me and Josh were down at Wasion and doing the antique swap meet. We had a great meet. It was a great show. But people always say, hey, are you going to go walk around? You're going to go buy stuff. And Josh is like, hey, I'll watch the booth, go buy stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to buy. It always seemed counterintuitive to me to go to the swap meet to sell stuff and then buy stuff because I never had a problem buying it. So I don't look around to buy stuff. But Josh had said that I needed to go over and check out this flamed Harley that was on air ride, and it was a shovel head. So I went over there with me and Tom, went over to it, and he'll tell you what happened.
So I was sitting there. I had this old shovel head. It was on air ride, and there was a guy coming to look at it, and we was hashing it out. And Boomer was standing in the back on his golf cart with my brother, and respectfully, just we made the deal, me and the other guy. And when I got done, you said, you sold it. I said, yes. And you said, man, I'd been interested in it. And I said, well, don't get hurt because I got 30 more for you to choose from. And you said, well, what do you want to sell? I said, I want to sell all 30. And you spouted right off. You said, well, I'm your man. I said, well, then I need your number. And 10 o'clock the next day, we shook on a handshake deal and had this whole deal done over a random stop on a motorcycle.
Well, that's my tip, guys. He had told me about him at the swap meet. I got home late Saturday night from the meet, and me and Josh, I called him the very next day and said, hey, we're going to go up to see this guy, Mike. He told me he's got 31 Harleys and a semi-trailer full of parts. And I said, we're going. And then the enabler came along, my wife, Sandy, because she's always like, yeah, go Team Boomer. Not like, no, you idiot. You have enough. Slow down. But she always gets me going. So I got my wife. I got my son. I got all my friends. They're my friends, brought their sons. And we've been up here working all day. But the funny part of it was the whole deal, we started at one place, back and forth, wheeling and dealing. But this mini bike's what made the deal. And you can tell them that or what happened.
We got down to the end on the price, and well, where we thought we was close, but I said, I got to keep one Harley, and if you want that mini bike, we're going to trade that mini bike for one Harley, and I got to keep the one with the Springer.
There was a Harley in his workshop with a Springer, and it was a nice bike, and I wanted him to keep a bike personally because I just want to take all the man's shovel head. He'd been collecting them forever. So he got come down to it, and I really wanted the trailer because I'm out of place to store everything, and this mini bike. So hopefully he'll get his shovel head done with a Springer and be riding it, and hopefully I'll be sending you guys videos of me after I get out of the emergency room from riding this. But I just liked it, and I'm like, I get my novelty gets, messing with me.
It's a gotta have.
It's a gotta have. I love all the bikes, but I think the mini bike's cool. Mike, me and you just talked out front about the bikes out there. We just talked over about them and what was going on. But what was your thinking with these bikes right here?
My plans were to retire someday, build one a year and sell it and have a little income, but I realized I wasn't going to live 150 years old, so
Well,
time to rethink my plan.
when you told me that you were going to do one a year and sell them, but I'm older than you, so now I'm getting worried. I mean, I need to move this iron a lot faster than I thought. But so how did it come about that you, because there's a lot of wrecked ones. There's nobody that I've ever known who could ride motorcycles and wreck this many. You can't be that bad of a rider.
No, I was in the insurance salvage business and got into motorcycles, and I handpicked the shovel heads to keep for myself.
No,
That's just going to be as my hand pick out of everything I did through the years and saved them.
You probably scrapped 100 times this many.
I probably had a couple thousand Harleys.
Couple thousand Harleys he scrapped.
Yeah.
But he kept all the shovel heads for himself and then decided that one day he'd put them back together as it went. But anybody that watches our channel or anybody that's into motorcycles or cars, we've all got them damn projects. We all do. I mean, I still have model car kits from when I was a kid that I was going to build.
And you might, yeah.
Yeah, really. But everything's going good here, so we're going to get loaded up and get all the trailers loaded up with a load and then head down back home. It's an hour and a half drive each way, so we'll head back and then make our way back here to you. Do you have any remorse of selling them?
No, just lots of memories going on. I know it's going to happen again. My dream's going to move on. Nobody's going to junk them.
Here's the other thing. You were supposed to ask me if I had any remorse buying them.
Do you have any remorse buying these?
Fucking absolutely.
Because you couldn't wait to get it done.
I couldn't wait. I mean, the whole trailer's just full. I mean, wait till you guys see the trailer now. It's full. I have more saddlebags, fairings, and saddlebag rails than I'll ever use in my entire
Here's
life.
what I'm going to tell you. You're nervous. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. Well, I know it's going to be good.
Because if you ain't nervous, that's when it goes bad.
Is that it? When you ain't nervous, that's when,
it goes bad.
It's not a financial nervous. It's a nervous of like, holy
uneasiness.
shit.
What am I going to do?
Where am I going to put them all?
Right.
Like you had quite an you are one man that can operate a high-low. We moved all of them so far, knock on wood, safely. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go, but we ran out of room. The monsoon's moving, so I think we're going to load up what we got outside and head back, get lunch, and then come back and do it all again.
All right.
All right? All right. Come on.
There's 6. There's still another one tucked in the corner you didn't see.
There's another one up there I didn't see?
Yeah.
Ay.
That's the oldest one.
Is that a rigid?
No, it's a 70 FL. Or FX. It's the oldest one now.
That's the 70 title.
Yeah.
The lucky thing is, I don't think that's the 70 because I took the 70 out.
We took it outside, yes.
That's the one thing. If you ever come across a deal like this and ever come across something to try to tackle this, the good thing is this man has his paperwork and everything in line. If you look around, there's little tags with all the VINs on them. I wish that was what they were worth, but no, the VINs on them, he had all the tags and titles and everything. It was a perfect. Because the one thing I know, every time I go to buy something, people get excited before I get there and they want to sign the title and they F it up every time. All right, come on. I brought my enabler with me. Sandy's really bad as far as a wife goes because I have an addiction to buying and selling cars. I have an addiction to buying and selling motorcycles. And you're supposed to help people when they have an addiction, but I have the enabler. She's always like, yeah, go ahead, get it, let's do it. She took a day off work, but she does work for the county. She took a day off work, and she's getting paid to be out. So she's the only one making money.
Well, she's buying lunch.
We are going to go get lunch. All right, thank you. Everybody's out here. We're all working. We're dirty. Look at all the boxes we've emptied, everything we've done. Why does this one have a name on it? Why does this bike... Mike, you named this bike Sandy?
Sandy wasn't the name I gave the bike.
No? What name did you give the bike?
Mike,
I don't remember the particular name, but it was the shop bike.
Yeah.
Is what it always was.
So how
Sandy come along somewhere later.
There's a name on this one called Sandy. Is there one out here that says Josh?
That's in the back of his truck.
Did he put one in the back of his truck?
He did already.
Son of a